Alright, hey guys, Scott here again with a brand new video, and this one is going to be a bit different for my channel, right? Because unlike most of my videos where I'm using the Thinkorswim platform, in this video we're going to focus exclusively on the Moomoo trading platform. And specifically, I'll be giving you guys a basic overview of this platform here and showing you how to set up and configure the basic things and features you'll need to start trading options in Moomoo. Right, so of course, as with pretty much every other trading platform, these things can be very advanced and offer tons and tons of features. So again, for this video, we're going to focus on just the basics. And then in future videos, we'll focus on more specific features and functionality of Moomoo that are definitely unique to this platform. Now, briefly here before we dive in, if you want the opportunity to receive up to 13 free stocks from Moomoo, where each stock could be worth up to 2,000 bucks, then make sure you watch until the end of the video. And then also, if you would like to join a very exclusive online community where you can learn how to trade options and my overall custom approach to the markets, then you can now join my options trading Discord. So definitely check out the description of the video below to learn a lot more about that. And then lastly here, for anybody who is also brand new to the channel, again, my name is Scott, and you can also find me on Skillshare as well, where you can take my very detailed classes on options trading or stock market investing. And you will also find some links to a few of my introductory courses in the description of this video as well. So be sure to check them out. And when you join Skillshare using those links, you'll get a full 1 month free trial. All right, guys, so now we'll dive in here. And so when you first open up the Moomoo trading platform, you will see this page right here, which is basically the account homepage. And so as you can see here on the left-hand side, there's some basic stats on your portfolio, like a basic breakdown of your asset allocation. You can also see your portfolio's performance relative to a major market index, which in this case here is the S&P 500, etc., etc. And one of the very cool and unique features of Moomoo is you can trade directly in the US stock market, as well as the Hong Kong market, and even, if I go over here, the Chinese stock market as well. So again, that's very cool in my opinion. And then in the middle of the screen, you can use these buttons to either deposit or withdraw your funds from your account. And then below that, you will see all of your current positions in your account here as well. So definitely a pretty self-explanatory account homepage here in Moomoo. I think everything is laid out very nicely, and all of this comes configured by default, which is great. And so with that said, we can move on to the next page, which is going to be the watch list tab, which in my opinion is misnamed, I think, because obviously, as you can see here, this should be called the charts tab. Right, so basically, whenever you want to do some charting analysis on stocks, ETFs, futures, or cryptocurrency, this is the tab that you'll come to, and you'll do all of your analysis here. Now, by default, when you first open this page, it might look like this instead here, right? Where essentially on the left-hand side, this is actually your watch list, which I'll show you in a minute how to configure. And then on the right-hand side, you can see some basic stats and metrics on, in this case, Apple right here. Now, for me personally, whenever I do charting analysis, I want to just see the charts and nothing else. So that way it makes it very clear what I'm doing. So if you want to hide these side panels, just come to the top here and click on this button. Now, in terms of the actual chart, there's a few things that you'll want to set up and configure. So as you can see at the very top, this is how you can configure your time frame on the chart. So for me, I mostly look at the 1 day time frame. But also if you want to see a weekly time frame or perhaps a monthly time frame, etc., you can do all that right here in this top bar. And then below that, you can see various moving averages that you can either toggle on or off in the platform here. So for example, what I currently have toggled on in my charts is the 20 period moving average, which is here in purple, and the 200 period moving average, which is in this kind of teal blue color. Although I'm not really sure what's happening over here, this is definitely not correct, so perhaps there's some corrupted data or something like that. But regardless, when it comes to moving averages, or as you can see down here with the RSI indicator, or below that, implied volatility, all these things are indicators which you can either add or remove from your chart here. And the way you do that is by going to the top left corner and clicking on this small gear icon. And then as you can see here in the middle, that opens up a small window where you can see all the different indicators you can add to your charts. So for example, MA stands for moving average. And as you can see, I have that check marked or toggled on. Otherwise, if I were to uncheck this, then as you can see behind the window here, all the moving averages disappeared from my charts and also from the top as well. Right, so basically that indicator was entirely removed altogether from my charts. So I'll come back down and add it back in. And then also specifically for the moving average indicator, you can see there's a bunch of different moving averages that you can configure yourself and add to your charts. So again, like I showed you right now, I use the 20 period moving average as well as the 200 period moving average. But I can also change these time frames to whatever number I want. So for instance, if I also wanted the 50 period moving average, so I'll change this to 50 and then toggle this on, and there you go. Now you can see this green line here. This is the 50 period moving average. And once more, if I go to the top of my chart, you can see it right there, moving average 50. I can simply click on that to toggle it off. So very simple. And then back to the gear icon once again. And like I showed you, I do also use the RSI indicator as well. And same thing, there's plenty of ways you can configure the RSI indicator. And then lastly, I do also use the implied volatility indicator as well, or in Moomoo, it's called implicit volatility. Now this one though is definitely a bit different than your typical implied volatility indicator that you might see in different platforms like Thinkorswim. Right, so at the moment, I'm showing you a price action chart, a daily price action chart of Apple stock, but as you can see down here, there's no implied volatility indicator showing. And that's because, at least for the time being, the way this indicator works in Moomoo is that it only shows you the implied volatility when you're also looking at, in the price action chart, the price of a specific option contract, not the stock itself. And so in a moment, I'll show you how to do that, but one last thing with the chart here, on the top right-hand corner, you can see this small paintbrush icon. So I'll click on that, and that drops down a small menu right here where you can actually draw stuff on the chart to perform your technical analysis. So for example, this one right here is your basic support and resistance lines. So just click on that and come back down to the screen and then click and drag. And it's as simple as that. And then also, while this line is currently highlighted, there's a small menu right here where you can change the color of that line, or you can also change its thickness or basically the pattern being used. So I'll change it to a more dashed line, etc., etc. And then finally, once you're done, just come back to the paintbrush icon, click on that, and the bar goes away. And so that's a basic overview of the watch list, or should be charts tab. And then the next one is the markets tab. And so this page here is broken down into a few sub-tabs, if you will, where the first one is your actual watch list. And so as you can see here, I've got a few basic stocks like Marvel Technology, Wynn Resorts, Spotify, Apple, Tesla, etc., etc. And if you want to add a new stock to your watch list, just come to this small menu icon right there, and then go to Edit Group. And then that opens up a small window here where in this box, you can search for a brand new ticker symbol. So for example, I'll look up GOOG, which is Google, click on that, and there you go. As you can see right here, it's gone ahead and added Google to my watch list. Now this list is also very customizable, so if you right click anywhere on the list, and then go to List Settings, click on that, then in a very similar manner as with the indicators on the Charts tab, you can see here on the left-hand side all the various metrics and pieces of information that you may want to add to your watch list. Right, so basically each one of these metrics here will add a new column to your watch list. So for example, if I wanted to add the pre-market change, I can simply toggle that on and then go to Got It. And there you go. As you can see right here, it added that brand new column. So really here, for any kind of information that you want to see on your watch list, chances are Moomoo has a column for that you can add in. Now also, if you want to find certain stocks or trade certain stocks, you can see here that they're organized based on the certain country in which you can find those stocks. So this first tab here, these are all US stocks. And obviously, of course, you can see various metrics and information about each one. Then next to that, these are all stocks in Hong Kong. Over here are all stocks in China, etc., etc. But also here, another very cool feature of Moomoo is that you can trade stocks, options, futures, indexes, foreign exchange, and cryptocurrency all in one platform. So Moomoo here pretty much has it all. But of course, for the purpose of this video, we're going to focus mostly on the options category, or the options tab. So this here is a very standard option chain for, in this case, Apple stock. So for example, if I collapse this tab here, then this is where you can see all the different expiration dates for Apple options. So for example, we'll go back into the September 16th monthly expiration, unfold that tab here. And then as usual, on the left-hand side, these are all the call options. And then on the right-hand side, these are all the put options. Now also, as you can see here, just like with my watch list, I do like to see a lot of different metrics and information about the options I'm trading. So once more, if I right click on anywhere on the screen, I can go to the list settings. And then same thing on the left hand side, these are all your choices of the various metrics that you can see about options in general. So for me, as you can see on the right hand side, of course, I want to see the strike price of the contracts, the bid price, the asking price, the chance of profit, delta, theta, vega, volume, open interest, the price change from yesterday, as well as the implied volatility, right? So these are all the main metrics that I care about most. And so I'll click OK. And so like I explained earlier, if you do want to see an actual graph of the implied volatility for some stock over a time period, then you have to look up a specific option contract and place it on the charts. Now that being said though, each individual option contract has its own individual implied volatility. So the best way to get a very accurate measurement of the general implied volatility for Apple stock in this case is to look at the at-the-money option contracts. And so for the case of Apple here, the stock price right now is just over 167. And so technically speaking, the closest options to being at the money would be these guys right here with the 167.5 strike. So ideally, I would want to look at either the put option or the call option here. Doesn't really matter. But unfortunately, these are also brand new contracts. So the strike here was not actually released until a few days ago. And therefore, to get a more accurate measurement of the implied volatility for Apple over a longer time span, then it's much better to look at an option which has been around for a lot longer period of time, in which case that would be the 165 strike. Now, like I said, you can either look at the put option or the call option, right? Because, for example, the IV on the put is 26.67%, and the IV on the call option is a bit higher at 28%, but pretty close to being the same. So for the sake of example, we'll take a look at the put option here. And to do that, I simply have to double click on the option here. And there you go. So that automatically brings you back to the watch list or charts tab here. And this price action chart shows you the daily price changes of that specific put option contract. And then now, as you can see down here, the implied volatility indicator is showing up. So going all the way back to looks like mid-June when this put option contract was first released, you can see a time series of how the implied volatility for that contract has fluctuated. And so as you can see right now, the IV currently is pretty much right in between, but a little bit on the higher end. So perhaps now would be a good time to still sell put options on Apple stock, right? Because ultimately, implied volatility is very, very important for options traders, right? Besides the actual stock price, the implied volatility of a stock is the next biggest thing that will have an impact on the price of options. And specifically, if you're an options seller like myself, then you want to sell options when implied volatility is very high, and therefore the option prices are very inflated. And then conversely, if you like to buy options, then it's better to do that when implied volatility is very, very low, and therefore the options you're buying are very cheap in price. And so that's why, bottom line here, having implied volatility as a major indicator on your charts is very, very important in my opinion. Now finally here, the last major tab I'll dive into is the strategy tab. And this one also, as you can see here, is broken down into a few different sub-tabs, but the most important one is the first one here, which is the screener, or basically the stock scanner. And so as the name suggests, this is how you can scan the markets looking for certain stocks that meet your exact criteria. So for example, at the top here, right now my scanner is configured only to look at stocks in the US markets right now. And then you can scan for stocks based on certain metrics about their quotes, also their financials about the company itself, and then there's some technical filters as well. So perhaps in regards to the market cap of the company, maybe I want to scan for stocks that have a market cap between 1 and 10 billion, or perhaps between 10 and 100 billion, or perhaps also something totally custom as well. So I'll do between 10 billion and maybe 1,000 billion, which is 1 trillion. And then click on got it. And there we go. So now all the stocks you're seeing here have market caps between those two boundaries. And then in regards to a moving average, as you can see here, there's some basic default options where I want to find stocks where the short-term moving average is above a long-term moving average, etc., or I can do a custom amount. So here I'll choose moving average and perhaps 20 period greater than moving average of the 200 period moving average, and then go to got it. And here we go. So now all the stocks have both a market cap between 10 billion and 1 trillion, and also all their 20 period moving averages are above their 200 period moving averages. So bottom line here, the stock scanner is a very, very powerful tool that you can use to, of course, to find new stocks to trade, add them to your watch list, do charting analysis on them, etc., etc. And then beyond that, as you can see, there's also a portfolios tab, a data tab, trade tab, news, Moo, paper trading as well. Lots more stuff to go over, but we'll save that for future videos. So really here, the last thing you'll need to know in order to trade options is go back to the markets tab here, and then back to the option chain here. So for example, maybe I want to sell an out of the money put option on Apple here because as you saw on the charts, the implied volatility for the stock is still a bit elevated, and perhaps I want to take advantage of that fact. So for example, maybe I want to sell the 160 strike put option with a 24 delta, and I can do so for about 183 bucks or so as a starting credit. And so now at this point, I simply have to right click on this option and go to trade. And then as you can see, that opens up a new trading window where you can configure the exact parameters of your order. So this here is going to be a basic trade, so we'll leave this as a limit order. I will also leave my pricing as is at 184 and then set the quantity of contracts to 1. And then as you can see down here for added security, I do have to unlock the functionality to actually make a trade here. So I'll go ahead and type in my password here. And there we go. So once it's verified my password, now I can either buy or sell this contract here. And so then finally, I just click on sell here and it shows you a basic summary of your order here. And then if all this looks good, I just click confirm and send the order, and that's it. Although unfortunately, I don't have enough capital in this particular account to sell naked options on Apple, so for me at least, I'll have to cancel this order. But there you go, that's a basic overview of the Moomoo platform and just the basic things you'll have to set up and configure to start trading options in the platform. And then of course also, as I said, in future videos, we'll definitely dive a lot deeper into specific features and areas in this platform. And so with that being said here, that's going to do it for this video. But of course, one last thing, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Moomoo is offering you a very cool limited time opportunity to receive up to 13 free stocks when you open a brokerage account with them using my specific link in the description of this video. And so the Moomoo trading platform is highly competitive with other comparable platforms like Webull and Robinhood. There are absolutely no trading fees on stock or option trades. You also get direct trading access to US, Hong Kong, and Chinese markets, which is something I have not seen being offered by competing platforms. Moomoo also comes with a free, very advanced, yet totally user-friendly trading platform that you can install on your computer or your smartphone. And of course, everything is regulated by the SEC and FINRA, so your trades and your investments are properly insured. And so if that sounds good to you, then again, use my link in the description of this video to sign up and get your free stocks. And also don't forget to check out and join my options trading Discord as well as my Skillshare courses. Links also in the video description. And finally here, if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I drop new videos every single week and you don't want to miss out. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.